Afternoon, friends. Shapunjani. I trust you're all well. I hope nonke ni warm indoors, enjoying coffee like me, and doing the right things, working on things that are important. Awan, life is so nje grand mnandi. Awan. Otherwise, if it was me a year and a half ago, I'd be somewhere sporting. Gulibele kubanda kanje, drinking my life away, surrounded by toxic energy. Kuphuma nje into like hatred, negativity, and just overall nje bad energy. Yabona? And a year and a half later, through God's grace, I was in church, and I wake up today. I'm fresh. I don't have a hangover, and I'm working from my apartment, Nyana, and just positive vibrations altogether. I don't have a single person emhlabeni ukuthi sikhulumisana kabi or we have bad energy or bad vibes. And every single day I just try to cleanse my environment. Slowly but surely. Until I'm completely free of all the toxicity that I've had the displeasure of being around for most part. Anyway, listen, that was not my message. I digress. I wanted to talk about something that I saw this morning. There's a video that's circulating here. These boys are by gangster that were beaten up by the mob, by a community, a city proof. And that video is directly in line with what I'm trying to do to accomplish through my Restore Ubuntu Foundation, to Santwana, Save the Boys, Heal the Boys in Order to Save the Men campaigns. We have basically, okay, so I've got my NPO registration certificate. So far, we haven't really done too much as in terms of groundwork, because that obviously is going to need proper structuring and planning. But the idea is to save young men such as the ones that you saw at Deep Kloof. Because guys, you know what? Me having been a young man is what really inspired the thinking behind this. And a young man for a long time was misunderstood and challenged by society, and having come out of a dysfunctional home with an alcoholic father and abusive parents and just a toxic home environment, I was misunderstood. Why was I the person that I was? Because I'm no longer that person, but I had to, it came with maturity. I had to do a lot of work on myself to cleanse myself of all the poison that I had been taking in for as long as I have been. But as in Tuan, I had nowhere to go. I had no one to speak to. I was trapped, and the only way to basically deal with my situation was to act out. And how I was acting out in different ways was showing ukuthi it was more of like a cry for help. Alcohol consumption and abuse. For me, it was my way of dealing with my situation to try to escape my reality. Now, intwana zamanje, they are taking drugs, pipe. You see, when you're a young man, you need something enzo unite ngayo. When you escape your toxic home environment, in weather like this, young men are out there in the streets, because their home environment is not conducive. So they need something as over entertainer whilst they're sitting together there, to escape from their reality. So it will be drugs, alcohol, or waka pipe, dacha, whatever. So having been through that, I don't wish it on anybody, because I know what it's like. I spend most of my time living that life, and only I can pay my own rent, leave home, be amongst people that essentially drag me down, make me feel unwanted or not good enough, and that are the result, the reason why I have to numb my pain with alcohol and just ultimately become an unpleasant person. So when I was old enough to distance myself from this PLNUI, now I can finally be myself outside of the environment. So I'm no longer designed or shaped by my environment. Is something that I don't want to be. But young men, I pity them, and I feel like there's as gents, and especially gents that have grown up in similar situations, need to come together and do something for the greater good. You know, uNkulunkulu kept us. Ababhaya amajita akhule njengathi have died. Others are in prison. Others are addicts. So for Tina, who are able to be salvaged, God was able to save us. Tina, we need to do something to thank God, to give back to our communities. Don't have to go through what we did. Yeah, but so I met a guy on Lokunjan on Facebook this morning. He commented on that thing or that video of these boys and said, with these kids, most of them, it's a cry out for help, and it's the result of direct and absent father, toxic home environment. And I agree. And I reached out to him, I sent him an inbox, and then we started having a conversation. We exchanged numbers. Now we're going to explore synergy if we can work together, because I'm now trying to put together a team, because I realize alone I'm going nowhere very slowly. So I need to put together a team of like-minded individuals. I've identified a few of my Facebook buddies that are positively inspired, that look like they've got their ducks in a row, that I believe can be instrumental in. They are already there. There are those kind of role models. There are those kind of men that young boys need to can look up to. But now the thing is access. They are accessible to young men. So I want to make gents like that, like some of the guys that I've identified on my social media, to become more accessible to young men, so that they can hear us talk, they can see us, and we can have a direct link and communication. Did you know that the easiest way, I just learned today, to make money on the internet is to speak about toxic masculinity, the red pill, alpha male content that is out there? That is as soon as you put that kind of content out there, YouTube will pay you instantly, and I believe that's the kind of problems that will be challenges rather that will be against. Yeah, but because young men are looking up to the Ket Makalas of this world, and these these alpha males that are really toxic, and they're spreading not so positive teachings towards the younger men, the younger generation. So I'm saying ukuthi thina amajita are more positively inspired, that abangajuthwa izinto iy'mpahla zama-BlackBerry nama-Fendi and jewelry and cars. We don't care about those things. Those things that we sepe azinandaba lezo zinto, azimini anything. Into emini eshayo endodeni is substance, but it's wisdom, but it's spirituality, physical health, mental health, strength, financial understanding, and being financially savvy, a holistically healthy male figure, respectful, earnest, God-fearing, and a man or honest, who earns a living in an honest way, type of thing. So as I'm saying, now I'm putting together a team, and it's no longer me just being me and going on my own. I've identified that I definitely need other like-minded individuals to give this whole endeavor more weight, so that we can be more impactful through sharing of ideas and exploring synergy. And man, that way I think we can definitely build something for the greater good. So as I said, young men do need us. So if you are a gent and you feel like what I'm attempting to do, or this mission that I'm embarking on, is something that you'd like to become a part of, feel free to inbox me and let's talk about it. And perhaps we can touch lives and see we can reshape the younger generation and take our young boys in a different path. Did you see that mess? And I think, Tina, we could make a difference too. Anyway, thanks for listening to my show, guys. Good afternoon.